Alright, Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruchakwadash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone at Woolwell, who taught me this truth. And Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. I'm the brother Kalab from the GMS UK London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. Now, this article is one that the Most High had me see it by chance when I was doing my previous video. So it caught my eye and I thought, you know what, man, let me do a lesson on this one as well. So here we are. Again, from the Daily Mirror UK. It says 5-year-old girl's horrifying discovery about family after mum was made into a pie. It's some mad shit, right? So warning, distressing content. A vile religious sex cult that murdered young women across Brazil has a truly sickening method of disposing of their victims' bodies, even feeding one mum to her young daughter. So I believe the Brazilians, I believe, are they the tribe of Asher, if I'm not mistaken? Let's check that. Where are we at? Bear me a second while I just fact check that. I think it's Asher. Oh gosh. Colombians to Uruguayans. Yeah, I think it's Asher, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's hard to see this thing because the screen's playing up when I'm trying to zoom in on the actual tribes on the right hand side of the screen. It's saying the names. I can't. Oh, there we go. Argentinians, Chileans, Asher, Colombians to Uruguayans. Yeah, I think that is Asher, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Let's go back to the article. Yeah, everything's playing up. Come on. There we go. So back to the article. Right, a 5-year-old girl became a crucial witness in one of the most grisly murder inquiries in modern history after discovering her whole life was a lie. So these are Jake's. The point is they're Jake's, right? So this is the shit that Jake be getting up to. It says the little girl was sitting in her family's garden eating a homemade empanada, I'm saying that correctly, when armed police suddenly stormed their home in the city of Guararapes in northeastern Brazil. Yeah, so they're Jake's. What the officers found was truly stomach churning, especially for those locals who had thought the family's popular homemade empanadas, if I'm saying that correctly, empanadas, a meat pie similar to a Cornish pasty. Yeah, okay. George, my eyes playing up, forgive me, it's hard to see. Come on. Jorge Beltrero Negramona da Silvia, who Maria regarded as her father, believed he had been ordered by an angel. Oh my gosh. Ordered by an angel to purify the earth and prevent the planet from becoming overpopulated. You know, guy was bugged out. But Negromonte's method of reducing the population was to say the least horrifying. Negromonte believed you'd pass the portal to paradise if you killed enough women. For see, this is the thing. There's demons out there, man. You know, you got to try the spirits by the spirit to see if they're of the Most High. You know, Most High sent a deceiving spirit to this man to make him do this stuff, and he followed the instructions. But the Most High was the one in control of it all. So this podcaster, Mr. Ballon, explains that because they were so busy making and selling their famous pies, Maria's family would recruit young women to act as her nanny. A month before the police raid, one such young woman had turned up at the house and introduced to her, but had apparently already quit. Mr. Ballon explained in the past there had been other women who had come by to be her nanny, and they didn't seem to last very long. Negromonte and his two accomplices, Isabel Cristina Torreo Perez de Silva, who Maria thought was her mum, and Bruna Cristina Oliveira de Silva, who she believed was her aunt, had formed their own twisted religious cult that they called the cartel. Negromonte would routinely sleep with both women. They treated young Maria as their daughter, even though neither Perez or the much younger Olivia were related to her. Instead, Maria's true mother was a 17-year-old homeless single mother named Jessica Camila da Silva Pereira. She was precisely the kind of impure woman that... Hang on, I've got to continue reading. All right, let's see where we were. Precisely the kind of impure woman that Negromonte believed he was ordered by God to remove from the earth. So this is the funny thing. I'm laughing, but in a way, he was actually doing the will of the Most High, because nobody dies without the Most High sanctioning it. But this guy is obviously bugged out. But still, at the end of the day, the Most High is in control of everything. Let's continue reading. Get this off the screen. The literal purpose of the cartel sect was to eliminate women they deemed unclean in order to reduce and purify the world's population. Good luck with that. Because all these women out here are impure and unclean. Mr. Ballon explains, one of the cult members took Maria, then just 1 year old, out of Jessica's arms, and while she was distracted, Negromonte clubbed her over the head. The stunned teenage mum was then dragged into a bathroom where her throat was slit and the blood drained from her body. Damn, that's cold. The three cult members then dismembered Jessica's body and skinned her, slicing up the meat and storing it overnight in a refrigerator. Some gruesome shit, man. But again, you know, this is the terror of the Lord. The next day, the two women butchered their victim, seasoned the flesh. I shouldn't laugh, but you know, that's how you can tell they're Israelites, because you know Esau don't season no meat, man. You know, even though this is some fucking freaky off shit, Jake still be getting the seasoning in. I shouldn't laugh. This isn't funny. It's some mad shit, man. The next day, the two women butchered the victim, seasoned the flesh with salt and cumin, and prepared empanadas with the human meat. Some of Jessica's body was fed to her own daughter. Now that's sickening. That's flipping sickening. Some nasty shit, man. The sick trio moved from city to city across Brazil, killing at least 2 other women and making pies containing meat taken from their buttocks or thighs. Perez sold the little pies to awaiting customers in hairdressers and beauty salons for around 25 pence each. Bloody hell. Christian Lima, 29, owned one of these salons where Perez sold her pies. She told Globe.com, most of the customers bought them and didn't complain. Some thought they were just okay. Once there were 2 customers who thought they were too salty and didn't finish them, Perez said, and they were Perez said they were chicken empanadas. But as shocking as that may have been, the trio's most appalling act was to have fed Maria her own mother's flesh. She was actually the daughter of the very first victim of the cartel sect. Mr. Bannons explained. They had been lured to this very house where her mother was murdered right in front of Maria, and then after her mother was killed, they cooked her mother and fed pieces of her mother to Maria. That's some demonic shit, man. The sick crimes came to light after the killers used one of their victims' credit cards in November 2014. The 3 were found guilty in a Brazilian court, with 2 other cult members receiving a 71-year sentences, and Perez being sentenced to 68 years behind bars. Negromonte has spent part of his sentence writing a series of books about his experiences, in which he explains that he is now a vegetarian. Maria is now living under a new identity. Yeah, she's gonna have a hard time. That's traumatic, man. That's some serious trauma to be in such a fucked up situation like that. With crazy people. Yeah. So let me bring out some precepts on this. Let me see what precept I want to bring out. Bear me a second. Isaiah 45 verse 7 says, I am Yahweh and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west, that there is none beside me. Forgive me. I am the Lord Yahweh and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. So that guy, Negromonte, was doing evil, and he thought he'd been told by an angel to do it, to purify, these women. when really it was just an angel sent from the Lord Yahweh to tell him these things, to persuade him to do it, because at the end of the day, as hard as this may sound, or how difficult it may be to hear this, the Most High was in control of this whole situation, and he used these people to bring judgment upon the people that they killed. Job 4 and verse 7 says this: "Remember, I pray thee, who ever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? So nobody perishes being innocent. Every death has to be approved by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Not even a sparrow falls to the earth without the Most High's consent." Let me get that one. This is Matthew 10 and 29. It says, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall to the ground without your Father. Yeah, but the very hairs of your head are all numbered." So the Most High is in control of all this. To prove that point, that he controls both sides, I think we're going to get 1 Kings 22. Let me find this precept. It's elusive. I was in the right chapter, 22 and 20. Just too far down. 1 Kings 22 and verse 19. 1 Kings 22 verse 19. And he said, "Hear thou therefore the word of Yahweh. I saw Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord Yahweh said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit." So let me re-establish the context here. The Most High had a council, and he had his, all these angels, both from the left hand and on the right hand side, standing by him, meaning the good and good and evil side. Most High controls both sides. And the Lord Yahweh said, "Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?" And one said in this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, "I will persuade him." And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, "Wherewith?" And he said, "I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets." And he said, "Thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so." So the reason why I bring that precept out is because that angel was sent to persuade Ahab to do a particular thing in order to bring about his own death. Well, in this situation, the Most High sent, a demonic spirit to this Negromonte guy to persuade him to murder these women, because the Most High wanted to bring judgment upon these women for whatever reason. I don't know. Well, ultimately it's because of sin, but it could be because of sins they've done in this life or sins they've done in lifetimes past, because the scriptures say the thing which hang on, rather than me roughly paraphrasing it, let me get it. Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 15. It says, "That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past." So who knows what these women done in their previous lives to warrant them being sanctioned for murder by the Most High in this life by this Negromonte guy, who then, season their flesh and turn them into pies. That's some grim shit. And it's weird, to want to feed people, to get people to buy your food when you're really serving them human flesh. That's sick and twisted and demonic. But that's what these spirits created for vengeance can do. They can make a person do all these things, while they're possessed by these demons, and then when they've done their will, they go back and they report to the Most High and said, I've done all that thou hast commanded me. The Most High congratulates them, because these angels, they're all about doing the will of the Most High. And this is the thing, we've got to understand that we serve a power that is a power to be feared. Not like these anti-Christians teach that, God is good all the time and he wouldn't hurt a little baby. No. The Most High, sanctions the most gruesome of deaths, and he doesn't flinch in doing it. The Most High is not like us. We're here on the earth in the flesh, and, the flesh can only take so much. We can't really handle too much trauma in terms of seeing too much death and destruction. That's why so many soldiers end up with, things like, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, where they might have been walking through a field with their friends, their unit, and their comrades in Vietnam, and all of a sudden they hear an explosion and realize that their close friend just trodden on a landmine and had, both his legs blown off, and is just, bleeding out on the ground. Human minds can't really take that kind of trauma, because we're not built to take that kind of thing. But the Most High, he can take it all. He sees everything, he sanctions all, the deaths that happen. Someone gets run over by a lorry when they're on a moped and gets, crushed by the wheels. The Most High don't flinch at stuff like that. Someone gets their head blown off with a shotgun. The Most High don't flinch at that. So this is the power to be feared, That's the Most High. Let's get Proverbs. Proverbs 1:7 says, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So that's the very beginning of knowledge, that the fear of Yahweh is paramount above all else. So yeah, man, I'm going to close out on that precept. That's just, another example of why we need to be delivered from this hell, man, because, Jake and the world, they're gone. Jake and the world are gone, and this is, some crazy shit they be doing. But, Jake ain't going to be behaving like this in the kingdom, In the kingdom, we're all going to be right, and we're not going to sin, And things like this won't happen in our families. So with that, once again, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect destined to be saved. And I will catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.